Actions allowed in prayer. Slight movement, opening the door, turning and signaling when required. Carrying a baby, for indeed the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam used to pray while holding Umama, his granddaughter, daughter of Zainab radiyallahu anha, killing the snake, scorpion, and its like of whatever harms, using a handkerchief when he or she needs it, glorifying Allah by men and clapping by women when something happens in the prayer, rectifying the Imam when leading the prayer in case he forgets a verse. The Ma'muma opens for him by reminding him the verse. Crying and weeping, to prevent whatever wants to pass in front of praying person, to seek refuge by a praying person upon reciting a verse of punishment, and to ask and pray to Allah when reciting a verse mentioning his mercy. He is also supposed to pray for the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam when he is mentioned, praising Allah when one sneezes. Actions detested in prayer: praying with one's clothes or body without any need, raising one's sight to the sky, looking at what you are fond of, turning his face and chest without any need, yawning, spitting in the direction of Qibla or to his right, stretching out the hands in prostration, making the hands touch the ground, sticking them to it, praying where food is ready, competing with the Imam or being at with him, crossing the eyes without any need, for this is among the actions of the Jews, reclining on the wall at the right where standing without any need, holding the waist in prayer, cracking the fingers and interlocking them, praying in a place with pictures, nullification of prayer. It is incumbent on the Muslim to concentrate in his prayer and should not be distracted for what is not of it. The Exalted said, and stand before Allah with obedience. Al-Baqarah. What is required is the establishment of prayer by the presence of the heart, being humble, doing what has been prescribed, and being far from what contradicts it or its decrement in terms of statements and action, so that prayer will be varied and correct. Prayer is null and void when one of the following is done: neglecting one of the prayers or one of the conditions intentionally without any excuse, eating and drinking intentionally, intentionally talking out of the interest of prayer, laughing loudly, the passing of a woman who has attained the age of puberty, a donkey or a black dog in front of a praying person, between the person and the place of prostration, a complete body turn or turn against the direction of Qibla, not in the case of fear. Prayers on specific occasion. Jummah, Friday prayer. Besides the daily prayer, the Jummah prayer is also obligatory upon Muslim men. As for Muslim women, it is not obligatory, but desirable if they are able to do so. The Jummah prayer is offered in congregation on Friday at Dhuhr time. First, the Imam delivers the sermon, khutbah. He then leads the congregation in a 2 rakah prayer. After this 2 rakah of Sunnah prayer are offered individually. Taraweeh prayer. These prayers are offered during the month of Ramadan after Isha prayer. They consist of 8, 20, 36 or number of even rak'ah. They are offered 2 by 2 with a short rest between every 4 rak'ah. The most important thing is that a Muslim should pray with the Imam till he finishes, for the reward is hefty. The Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, whoever stands with the Imam until he finishes the prayer, the reward of praying the whole night will be recorded for him. Narrated by At-Tirmidhi. The prayer may be said individually or in congregation, but the latter is recommended. The Eid prayer, Eid prayers. There are 2 Eids or occasions of great festivity for the Muslims. The first is Eid al-Fitr, or the festival of fast breaking. It is celebrated on the first day of Shawwal, 10th month in the Islamic calendar. Following Ramadan, the month of fasting, it marks great thanksgiving for the Muslims all over the world. The second Eid is the Eid ul-Adha, or the festival of great sacrifice, which is observed on the 10th of Dhul Hijjah, the last Islamic month. The animals are sacrificed to celebrate the great sacrifice of the Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam. On both these Eid prayers are offered in congregation anytime after sunrise and before noon. There is no adhan call for prayer or iqama, second call before congregation. The Eid prayer consists of 2 rakat offered just as the 2 rakat of Jummah prayer with 12 additional takbirs. You say 7 more takbirs in the first rakah after adhan and 5 more takbirs after the takbir of raising in the second rakah. A sermon khutbah is delivered by the Imam, reader of the prayer after the 2 rakat Eid prayer, and like the Jummah prayer when it precedes the prayer. The presence of all Muslims, women and children included, is strongly recommended. Funeral prayers. It is a prayer to Allah for a deceased Muslim and is a communal obligation on all Muslims of the locality. The funeral salah is offered in congregation after, and like other formal prayers, it has neither ruku bowing nor sajda prostration. Here is the complete sequence of the funeral prayer. Saying takbir, Allahu Akbar, with the rest of the congregation, and raise your hearts to your ears, then bring them down above the navel as in formal prayers with the right hand on the left. Then recite Surah Al-Fatiha. After Al-Fatiha, again you can either raise your hands to your ears or keep your hands above the navel without raising them, saying Allahu Akbar. Now silently recite the Darud. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammad kama salaita ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka hamidum majid. Allahumma barik ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammadin kama barakta ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka hamidun majid. O Allah, exalt Muhammad and the family of Muhammad as you did exalt Ibrahim and his family. You are the praised, the glorious. O Allah, bless Muhammad and his family as you have blessed Ibrahim and his family. You are the praised, the glorious. After the Darud said the bear and sincerely pray for the deceased as follows. In case the deceased Muslim is an adult, recite this dua: Allahumma ghfri li hayyina wa mayyitina wa shahidina wa ghaibina wa swahirina wa kabirina wa zakarina wa undana. Allahumma man ahiyatahu min fayihi alal islam wa man tawafaitahu minna fatawafahu al-aliman. Allahumma la takrimna ajrahu wa la tadwinuna ba'dahu. O Allah, pardon our living and our dead, the present and the absent, our young and the old, and males and females. O Allah, to whom you accord life among us, cause him to live in the observance of Islam, and to whom you give death, cause him to die in the state of Iman, faith. O Allah, do not forbid us their reward, and do not set us astray after them. If the deceased is an adult woman, substitute the last two lines with the following: Allahumma min man ahiyataha mina fahiha al-nar islam wa man tawafaitaha minna fatawafaha alar iman. O Allah, she to whom you accord life among us, cause her to live in the observance of Islam, and she to whom you give death, cause her to die in the state of Iman or faith. If the deceased is a minor and a boy, then recite this: Rahumma jarhu lana faratan wa sarafan wa ajran. O Allah, make him for us a precursor, a forerunner, and a cause of reward. If the deceased is a minor and a girl, then recite this dua: Allahumma jalha lana faratuan. O Allah, make her for us a precursor. After this, the Imam again says aloud Allahu Akbar. Then the congregation repeats these words silently. Then the Imam and the Muslims turn their faces first to the right and then to the left side, saying Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi on either side. Suratul Witri. The prayer is performed with odd number of rakat, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 or 11, and is said after the Farad and the Sunnah of Isha. This prayer has been strongly recommended by the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Personal prayer, dua after Salah. When you have completed your Farad or Sunnah prayer, you may pray to Allah in your own words, offering Him praise, thanksgiving, or asking Him for forgiveness for yourself or other Muslims, or your own dear and near ones. For this dua, keep sitting after the obligatory or Sunnah prayers. Hold up your hands near each other with the palms up, with the fingers straightly bent. Without test, I wanna wish you all the best in your life. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.